Welcome back to another deep dive within the mind. Today we're going to talk about lucid dreamings. And honestly, I don't lucid dream nowadays because I like just having a normal dream and then waking up and interpreting it, writing it down, dream journaling, and understanding my subconscious mind. But when I was in my teenage years, I was obsessed with this topic of lucid dreaming. When I first had one, I had one like on accident or just randomly. I just realized that I was dreaming. I was in like my classroom and I looked out the window and I was wondering, how did I get here? And I couldn't trace back like my steps as to how I got there. And I realized I'm still sleeping. I got so excited that I was dreaming, or like I got so excited that I figured it out, like, oh, yo, I'm still dreaming, that I just woke up. And I was like, damn, bro, like I want to go back. I want to do something with that. Then I started doing my research and I found out it's called a lucid dream. In my adolescent mind back then, when, I was more immature, my intentions with the lucid dream was to find the baddest chick, imagine her right in front of me, and do some not safe for work kind of activities, do some Kama Sutra with her. But every time that I got to that point, because I would do the practices to get to the lucid dream state, and every time I got to that point where I would imagine and like have her in front of me, and I'm like, all right, it's time to get jiggy with it, the dream would just fade away. It would just, and I would just wake up. So I realized that's just a waste of being conscious in your dream, bro. So then I started looking into what else I can do with my dreams. What else can I do with being conscious in this? And I quickly realized like there's levels to it, right? I wasn't able to control the dream to a certain aspect. Like I was trying to like fly. I was trying to levitate. I was trying to like imagine something else. I was trying to change the scenery. And the more I was trying to control the dream, or the more I felt like I had a lack of control, the more like the sense of fear set in. And that's when I would lose control of the dream and it would turn into a nightmare. Because I remember I had one of these dreams where I realized I was dreaming, but I couldn't do anything about it. And then there was something that was chasing me throughout my dreams. Like I was running down the block, going through stores like, oh my God, help me. Nobody can help me. I'm just running like, oh. And it was like this giant head of like a mask. Like, those masks from the theaters, the comedy and tragedy mask. Like it was that was just chasing me around, but it was changing between the two faces, like a smile and a frown. And the whole time, like I still knew I was dreaming, but it was just this fear that was just like, I was just running. I just couldn't stop running. I was like, no, it's right behind me. Like, when you just get them goosebumps, like you feel like something is right about to catch you, like you running upstairs from turning off the light downstairs. But now I realized that fear was a projection of my mind. I was running from myself. Because think about it, the only person that's in your dream is you. And then I started going back and practicing more and more. Like it was just ingrained to just have a lucid dream almost, I wouldn't say every night. I would say like every week I was having like a lucid dream 1 or 2 times. I would have a lucid dream. My approach with the lucid dream was I wasn't going to acknowledge that I was conscious. I was just going to just watch, just observe the dream. Right? Instead of just like, oh, whoa, this is a dream. Whoa. Like I would just be quiet and be like, okay, what's going on here? And there would be certain scenarios that happened in my life that would be replaying in my dream, right? Where like a certain interaction with a person or a certain relationship with a person would like play out. And it's like I'm going through that same interaction again. But this time it's like I have the awareness that I'm dreaming. So it's like I have less care in a sense, or less of like a attachment to the outcome of what happens with this social interaction. So I started using it in a way to talk to people that I had issues with in my life, or people who even I felt intimidated by, people who I was like, okay, I don't know what to say to this person. I would go into my dreams and I would talk to them, because in the dream I could say whatever. It's like, this is my mind, bro. Like you're a figment of my imagination. Listen, man. So let me tell you the deal. But in reality, like, I was a teenager, still had anxiety, still had like this anxiousness when it comes to talking to people. So I use lucid dreaming as like a form of escaping, where like I was in a world where I'm the top dog. But one of the most coolest things when it comes to gaining awareness over your dreamscape, being more lucid in your dreams, is that you unlock more of a creative aspect or a creative field of mind where you're hearing things or hearing sounds, hearing music, hearing harmonies that don't exist in the world, right? That these like, or seeing art or seeing pictures or seeing colors or seeing things that don't exist. Maybe these harmonies do, and it's just a combination of your subconscious mind combining all of the musics that you've ever heard and putting it into like this melodical sound of nostalgia and bliss. But when you really check it out, isn't that how most original ideas are created? From taking two already pre-existing concepts and mixing together to create something completely different, right? A lot of the music nowadays is kind of like that. A lot of the inventions out here are like that, where people go back in the days and they take a little sample and then they speed it up, put a little tempo on it, do something different, and now they create something new. I don't lucid dream anymore. I enjoy having a regular dream because being conscious in life is already enough. I want some good deep sleep rest. I don't want to be conscious in my sleep too, bro. Like let me rest. That's another thing I realized. It's like when you're lucid dreaming all the time, you're not really getting true rest, true sleep. Because when I was doing it a lot, I had no energy throughout the day. I had no focus. Like my brain was foggy. I just felt drained. I didn't feel like I really rested. I didn't feel like I really went to sleep. But now I like my regular dreams because I would get a cool scenario out of it, like some random scenario that would have a message out of it. Like there would be a message in the end. Like this one dream I had, I was like a Black Ops 6 SEAL Team 7 type of, you know, like the military Navy SEALs. I was on like a task force and we were like talking to like, you know, this was when Biden was president. We was talking to Biden. We was talking to him and he said he found a bomb in his office. It was like a neutrino bomb and he needed to set it off or he needed to like disarm it. And we were like, oh, this is undisarmable or whatever. Like we can't hack into it. All right, then you guys must sacrifice yourselves to go and take it out into the desert and then launch it or whatever, like so it doesn't detonate amongst the people. And I'm like, all right, Captain. But right before we left the office, right before we left the White House, like mad people start coming in, the press start coming in, the news start coming in, like all these other political pundits start coming in, everybody start coming in and they start arguing like, oh, wait a minute, we can't plant it over there because blah, 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 blah. And then they start arguing back and forth, but we gotta plant it somewhere. And then the animal activist comes in and they're like, there's birds in that area, we can't do that. Everybody is just like arguing. And I'm like looking at the bomb counting down like, sir, like we have a bomb, this is a situation here. And he's like, yeah, I'll get to you, and I'll tell you this about your mother, and and they just going back and forth until kaboom, the bomb exploded. Everything just imploded in the room. Like, and the thing about it, usually when you like I die in a dream, I would just wake up immediately, but this one I did not wake up. It was like I saw the explosion and it just like, I saw every ounce of grotesque, because usually in a movie, you don't really see the person die from the explosion. You just see them like catch on fire. Like in my dream, I saw like the details, like the room, the pressure in the room came in and everybody's head exploded. The bomb just turned into like this ball and flame that just boiled out and then consumed the whole room and then turned into a mushroom cloud. What I interpreted from that dream was that a lot of people are arguing for the wrong reasons because they're focused on the wrong things, and they will argue till death for those reasons. See, I like having dreams like that I can interpret, but I still like to talk about lucid dreaming because it really opens up your mind to what you're able to do with it. Alright, that's enough yip yapping. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike.